It is 23 minutes past 12. That's why I'd like to wish you good noon. Today I'd like to start with a new topic, dear students of intermediate second year. I talked about two passages in my last two classes. We talked about Nelson Mandela and the unforgettable history. Today we have changed our topic. We are interested in talking about flowchart. Look at the virtual board. Topic flowchart 1. Why 1? Because this is the first class on flowchart, and you know that question number 2 of English first paper is about flowchart writing, and for writing flowchart you need to take the help of a passage or a lesson. Today we will learn a certain or particular lesson, and it is about the facilities of peace movement. It is about the facilities of public universities. Look at the students, look at the board, look at the slide. At first we have to talk about the passage, and if you can understand the passage, you will be able to write flowchart in an effective way. So dear students, let us learn the passage, and don't forget that there are some rules and regulations of writing flowchart, and I will tell you the rules and regulations of writing flowchart while we will be busy with practicing this flowchart. So look at the passage. Public universities are the first choices of most students. Public universities are the first choices of most students. Look at, in Bangladesh, after intermediate level, we enter into tertiary level education or tertiary education. Tertiary education means university education, and the first target of most of the students is to get themselves admitted into public universities. Public universities are autonomous bodies, okay, and these public universities attract most of the students. Question is, why public universities attract most of the students? What is the cause behind it? There is only one solution to my question, and that is public universities offer a number of facilities, and these facilities attract the students most. That is why public universities are liked by most of the students, because of these facilities. The passage that we are going to talk about is totally about the facilities provided by public universities, okay, and because of these facilities, most of the students like public universities most. So look at the headline. Read the following text and make a flowchart showing the facilities provided by public universities. Here the subject matter of the flowchart is the facilities by public universities. This flowchart can be given in another way, and what is the way? The headline can be, read the following text and make a flowchart showing why most of the students prefer public universities. So dear students, this flowchart can be given in two ways. There may be two subject matters, but the answer will be the same. The first may be why most of the students prefer public universities, number 1. Another subject matter is the facilities provided by public universities. So dear students, let us calculate the facilities that will help us to write the flowchart. I have already told you why most of the students prefer public universities. Simply there is one reason, and that is because of the facilities, because of the innumerable facilities. Because of the innumerable facilities, public universities are liked or preferred by most of the students. First of all, public universities offer a wide range of subjects. What does it mean, the students? If you can enter a public university, you will be able to study a number of subjects. There are a lot of subjects in which you can enrich your knowledge. Okay, we know that different subjects are liked by different students. All the subjects are not liked by all the students. You can choose your preferable subject or discipline if you can become a member of a public university. That means if you can become a student of public university. That's why we can say public universities are liked by most of the students. These subjects may be related to science, commerce, liberal arts, humanities, engineering, technology, law, education, and medicine. These are the fields, the subjects in which we can, or students can enter, belong to different fields like science, commerce, liberal arts, humanities, engineering, technology, law, education, and medicine. Public universities attract the best mind to teaching, although monetary compensation for teachers is anything but attractive. This is a very important line. In public university, those who stand first, those who prove their talent in the exam, or you can say those who become toppers in the classroom, are given the chance to become teachers. In other words, I can say those who prove themselves to be meritorious in the disciplines or in the departments of public universities are recruited as teachers. That means public universities recruit the best students as teachers. That's why the faculty members of public university are usually talented students. That's why the education system, that's why the performance of the teacher becomes really significant. If you can become a student of a public university, you will be able to enjoy the best lectures of the best teachers. That is another reason of choosing public university. Next one, there is a contrasting idea here. Although monetary compensation for teachers is anything but attractive. Look at money. Money is a noun. The adjective of money is monetary. Dear students, monetary compensation. Here you can say opportunity. Compensation means opportunity. That means the monetary opportunities that teachers of public universities get are not attractive at all. In other words, we can say the facilities given to a teacher of a public university are not attractive at all, are poor. This is a negative side for public university. But in this line we have got that brilliant students are recruited and teachers. Students of public university get best lectures from best teachers or faculty members. Next one, library, laboratory, internet and research facilities are much better than anywhere else in the country. There may be private universities, there may be colleges affiliated with national universities, but the public universities give or provide or supply better opportunities in terms of library, laboratory, internet and research facilities. Very often public universities organize or arrange extracurricular activities. extracurricular activities are frequently arranged by public universities. These kinds of facilities are there in private or colleges with national universities, but a number of or frequent extracurricular activities are seen in public universities. Seminars, symposiums, lectures, workshops, debates, exhibitions are often held in these institutions. There is ample scope for national and international exposure for promising young knowledge seekers, their students. Those who are young, those who are gaining their knowledge in different sectors, those who are interested in highlighting or representing themselves nationally and internationally, I think public universities are a great opportunity for them. If you can become a single unit of a public university, you will be crowned with such opportunities by which you will be able to highlight yourself nationally and internationally. That means, in other words, I can say public universities provide the opportunities for young knowledge seekers so that they can highlight themselves, express themselves nationally and internationally. Moreover, public universities offer residential and boarding facilities at low cost of subsidized cost. What does it mean? The residential and boarding facilities are given at very cheap rate. Those who become residential students of public universities have to give a very low amount of money as charge. So these are the opportunities provided by public universities. Now I'd like to start the flowchart. The students of intermediate second year have already been taught how to write flowchart. Now I'd like to give you the solutions of this problem. I have given you the first answer, offering wide range of subject. This is the first facility provided by public university. I want another 5 facilities by public universities. Be careful. You have to maintain every rule and regulations of writing flowchart. You have to draw 6 boxes. So dear students, let us start. If you have any kind of question, write in the comment box. Dear students, write down the second answer. Write down the second answer according to the passage. What should be the answer in the second box? Offering wide range of subjects. Okay, the first one is written. Now the second one. Number 2, look at it. It can be related to recruitment of teachers. I can say attracting the best minds to teaching. Okay, try to maintain the format. I have started with verb plus ing. You are requested to maintain the same format in other 5 boxes. Okay, the next one, look at the students. It can be related to different facilities. Number 3, providing better library, laboratory, and research facilities. Okay, the students, my next target. It can be related to extracurricular activities like seminars, symposium, lectures. Arranging extracurricular activities. My next box. We are talking about the facilities provided by public universities. Number 5. You can say giving, providing, ample scope for giving ample scope. Look at please, giving ample scope for national or international exposure. And the last one, providing residential and boarding facilities at low cost. These are the 5 boxes, 5 extra boxes I have drawn, and I have written 5 answers. Look at please, I have started with verb plus ing, and this verb plus ing is really relevant to the subject matter of the flowchart. I have started with capital letter. You have to maintain these rules and regulations. I have started with capital letter. I have used numbering process 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I haven't used any kind of full stop. My dear students of intermediate second year, listen to what I say. I haven't used any kind of flowchart, full stop. Why? The answers of flowchart must be phrase related. You have to depend on phrases. As phrases are incomplete. They are not complete sentences. That's why we are unable to use any kind of full stop. Okay? Next one, you must have to draw boxes in similar sizes. That means boxes will be in similar size. That's why we have to block like don't block the lower portion of the block box. You can block it after the completion of the answer. You can draw the boxes either vertically or horizontally. Both of them are appropriate, okay? But don't forget to use arrows. Okay, I have drawn similar boxes. I have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have started with capital letter. I have not used any full stop. I have maintained the format like verb plus ing. Okay. If you can maintain these formats, if you can maintain these rules and regulations, we hope to get full marks in flowchart. But try to write a line before try to write down a line before drawing these boxes. And what is the subject matter of the flowchart? The facilities provided by public university. You should write a flowchart showing the facilities provided by a flowchart showing the facilities provided by public universities is given below. Write down this line, dear students. Okay, write down this line with blue pen. Try to draw the boxes with pencil. Try to draw the boxes with pencil, and inside the box write the answers with pen. Okay, and start with capital letter. Don't use any sentence or tenses. Try to use phrases. If you use a complete sentence, you will get big 0 for that. So my dear students, up to this part you have got the rules and regulations of writing a standard flowchart. Okay, today I have talked about a certain lesson. In my next class I will talk about another lesson, and we will practice a sample flowchart. And in my next class I will choose a very important passage for flowchart writing, and this passage will be really important for your final exam also. So my dear students, it has been a very short class today, and you have got to know, you have got the rules and regulations of writing flowchart, and we will implement these rules and regulations again in our upcoming class. Every week we are conducting classes, here you are participating, and if you have any question, write in the comment box, we will be there for you. So my dear students, this is all for today. I'd like to invite you to my next class that will be held very soon. So stay safe and blessed, and stay with Dhaka College and enjoy virtual classes. Thank you. Goodbye.